think so. That's different.
No, it's not different. It's more people. We care about people, right? So we should try to make America safer, get rid of liberty, so cars got to go. Yeah?
So,
Well, but I thought we'll save lives. We'll save 55,000 lives a year.
Yeah, and
When you have liberty, you have bad things that happen. So, for example, when you have driving, we all love to drive. You have 55,000 people a year that'll either drive drunk or going ahead in traffic, but we accept the cost for the freedom. With guns, there are a lot of benefits to have guns. A lot.
what?
You can protect yourself against home invasion.
Nine times out of 10, if you have a gun in your home, it is more likely to be used against you.
Yeah, if you have suicidal ideation and mental health problems, that's true.
If someone
For sure.
breaks into my house and steals my gun, that means I have
Well,
suicidal
no.
ideation.
The stat you're referencing is if the gun is used against you is only true if it's talking about self-harm. It's not true in other means.
In the first clip, you can actually see Charlie Kirk gets into a heated confrontation face-to-face with two debaters. Charlie Kirk is actually in the crowd for his debate, and Charlie Kirk ends up turning the debate into a heated confrontation face-to-face with the two debaters. The two debaters came on the debate to talk about gun violence and more. So Charlie Kirk starts out the debate by telling them that cars kill more people than guns, which leads to Charlie Kirk getting into a heated confrontation face-to-face with the two debaters. He can see it at the beginning. The woman on the left actually gets mad and bites her tongue against Charlie Kirk, and even going as far as balling up her face in anger. Stay tuned to watch Charlie Kirk getting into a heated confrontation face-to-face with the two debaters.
What's your name?
Anna.
Nice to meet you.
And we're both Manhattan, Kansas natives, which is why I honestly feel extremely disappointed that I see people here that I've grown up with and knew my entire life. It honestly feels pretty honestly.
Yes.
But what I want to know is your opinion on gun violence and gun control.
Well, first, why does it make you feel so bad that they're here?
Because I know that we grew up a different way.
You grew up a different way?
Yes.
What way do you think I espouse?
Very conservative, very...
Does that make me like
right-wing.
a bad person? Like,
When you go against my rights and my beliefs, yes. I
Okay.
think so. But
I'm a
to
bad
my
person.
to my question,
okay.
Yeah.
About gun violence? What in
Yes.
particular?
like the shootings that are going on in America, that
Yeah.
thousands of kids are dying.
Well, thousands of kids aren't dying every year, but a lot of kids are dying. You're right.
It's actually 30,000 kids die a year due to gun
No,
violence.
30,000
Yes.
kids do not die. 30,000 total people die due to gun violence, 2/3 of which are suicide, and the majority are urban violence. You guys can fact check me on this at any time, by the way. 30,000 kids do not die of gun violence a year. So in order to be consistent, because you care about gun violence,
Yes, I do.
should we take all the pistols away so that no gang violence can happen in Kansas City, Chicago, Houston, etc.?
Yeah.
So all pistols should be taken?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
So Americans should not have any guns at all.
I don't think so.
No,
Do you agree?
I do agree.
So no guns at all. So we have about 380 million guns in this country. How do you suggest getting them?
I think we should just do background checks on everyone.
No, we already own them, right? So how do we take the guns away?
I mean, I don't think there's any real physical way we can take away the
Right.
guns, but how can we prevent this in the future?
Right, but that's important. Since we can't get rid of the 380 million guns, what are we going to do?
There has to be some form of incentive to get people to give up their guns in order
So
for that to happen.
like buybacks and
Yes.
confiscation?
Yes.
Yeah. Got it. So you would get rid of the Second Amendment?
The first woman out of the two debaters starts off her first sentence by saying she is disappointed to see people she's grew up with her whole life at Charlie Kirk's debate, and says it makes her feel shitty because she knew they grew up in a different way. Charlie Kirk gets into the heated part of the confrontation face-to-face with the two debaters by debunking the woman's facts of her saying that 30,000 kids die a year due to gun violence, which is false. The number 30,000 is referring to gun violence, but it's not referring to only just kids. It's referring to 30,000 people die a year due to gun violence, which makes the debater get heated a little bit. Charlie Kirk also debunks their thoughts of removing all guns from California with the question on how we could retrieve all 380 million guns in the U.S., which we obviously can't do due to the fact that there's so many people dealing guns and getting guns from many unknown places like gangs, cartel, and other foreign countries. But I'm going to go ahead and let it play and let you watch Charlie Kirk get into a heated confrontation with two debaters.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Because children are dying.
Got it. So 30,000 people.
Children are dying.
Got it. 30,000 people die of gun violence a year, right? 30,000. 55,000 people die from auto fatalities every year. Should we get rid of cars?
Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, it is. No, you said 30,000. That's a lot of people, but a lot more people die because of cars. So we should get rid of them, right?
I don't think so. That's different.
No, it's not different. It's more people. We care about people, right? So we should try to make America safer, get rid of liberty, so cars got to go. Yeah?
So
Well, but I thought we'll save lives. We'll save 55,000 lives a year.
Yeah, and
When you have liberty, you have bad things that happen. So, for example, when you have driving, we all love to drive. You have 55,000 people a year that'll either drive drunk or going ahead in traffic, but we accept the cost for the freedom. With guns, there are a lot of benefits to have guns. A lot.
What?
You can protect yourself against home invasion. You
9
could-
times out of 10, if you have a gun in your home, it is more likely to be used against you.
Yeah, if you have suicidal ideation and mental health problems, that's true.
If someone
For sure.
breaks into my house and steals my gun, that means I have suicidal
Well, no.
ideation.
The stat you're referencing is if the gun is used against you is only true if it's talking about self-harm. It's not true in other means. So, you as young ladies on campus here, I don't know if you go to KSU or not,
Yeah.
but you have a gun, you can protect yourself against someone trying to attack you.
I also have a knife, pepper spray. That
Okay, I'm going to say right now, knife and pepper spray won't do anything if a guy really wants to attack you. So a gun is an equalizer. So I hope you guys own guns, both of you.
We do not.
Why? I mean, I guess you're just, that's fine. That's your right. You could choose to own or not. But I guess the question is you must be consistent. If we want to stop the killing, then there's a lot of things we got to get rid of. We got to get rid of baseball bats. A lot of people die with baseball bats, domestic abuse. Got to get rid of knives. By the way, a lot of people die with knives, right? Because if it's about stopping the killing and ensuring safety, there's a lot of things we have to get rid of. But we don't have a government that's built on safety. We have a government that's built on liberty.
so why don't we have a government that's built on safety and protecting the people?
Got
that
it.
They are
No,
saying
that's
that
an
they're
important
protecting?
question. Because why don't we have a government built on safety? That's not the American birth certificate. Our birth certificate is that you guys can do as you see fit, and there will sometimes be amazing things and negative things that happen. And when the negative things happen, we're going to rally as a people, but that's part of the human condition.
So,
So
school
school shootings are a part of the human condition.
Well, school shootings are a choice because we should have school resource officers. Do you think we should have armed guards? Not every school. Do you think we should have armed guards at every school in America?
I don't think so. What's keeping those
Okay, got
armed
it.
guards
No,
from
so do you think we should have armed guards at the football game tonight?
I don't think we need to.
You don't need to? I thought we were worried about gun violence. So no armed guards at the football game. Should we have armed guards in front of banks?
I was in a school shooting my senior year of high school, and an armed guard saved my life.
An armed guard saved your life? So if we had more armed guards in schools, would it be a better thing?
Absolutely.
I think so.
But what I'm getting at is we protect our money with guns, we protect our airplanes with guns, we protect our sporting events with guns, but we don't protect our kids with guns. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
Thank you both.
I disagree.
Thank
I
you.
had a question too.
Okay, thank you both for your dialogue.
Meanwhile, Charlie Kirk gets into a heated confrontation face to face with the two debaters. Charlie Kirk is making a pretty good point by saying if they want to get rid of guns due to violence, we also need to get rid of knives, cars, and much more things of that nature because they're all pretty dangerous and they all cause a lot of violence, which is a pretty good and strong point because cars kill people more than guns actually do, which is a pretty crazy fact to think about. And as we all know, in California, the government isn't built on safety for the people. California government is built on liberty and letting people do and enjoy their rights, doing things that they want and love. The question ends up going off topic and things cool down after Charlie Kirk got into a heated confrontation face to face with the two debaters. They end up somewhat agreeing on the question if we should have armed guards at every school, and even a school shooter survived came from the crowd and said an armed guard saved their life during a school shooting. So there should definitely be armed guards at most, or if not, every school in California, which I think is something we can all agree on. But as always, the video is going to end right there. This is Media to Adore. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.